there, I'm Mike, and what I have for you today is a video for Christmas. I have the Holiday Edition Optimus Prime. I haven't done a Transformers review since the last Optimus Prime I did, way back in 2020 for Earthrise. There have been two different iterations of the Transformers War for Cybertron. The lineup changed since then. Figured it's been about time, and being Christmas in a couple days, and I've got time on my hands, I guess, but not really. Not really. Anyways, I thought I would go ahead and let's start doing a Transformers review for the people that watch Transformers reviews, if that's you. Here we have the Holiday Edition of Optimus Prime. It was announced not that long ago. I think maybe back in October or November. It really was only a couple months ago. And then it was released a couple weeks ago. It was quite nice to go from pre-order to release so fast, and it's here, before Christmas. So that's always a plus. The first thing people might notice about this is that it is a brand new mold for Optimus Prime. There's almost no reuse, There's almost no reuse. One of the things the last couple Primes that have been released, mostly the Earthrise and then also the Legacy one, is that they have reused the same legs. Sort of a tweak of the Siege Optimus Prime's legs, but backwards. It makes sense when you see it in person. But this one, all different transformation, all different everything. Except for the trailer. I suppose the trailer just is the Earthrise trailer, but painted with these candy cane stripes and then sort of a snow deco on it. But it does boast everything that the Earthrise Transformer Optimus Prime has, including the removable shield part here if you want to do that. I do not. And of course it does open. It's got the same little, I don't know what this was called. It's like a little battle station thing, but it's all white. It's actually painted white. This isn't white plastic. This is actually painted, which is kind of neat. I mean, I would expect it all to just be white plastic. Like, oh, this is white plastic, but that's painted. You can tell from the shine. It does have these little movable guys right here. So if you want to put it down, you can. So it's not beholden to the figure itself. It can stand on its own, which is nice. And here we have the cab of the truck itself. And honestly, I have to say, this might be my favorite cab of any Optimus Prime made so far. I love the fact that this just looks like a truck's cab. Like, usually you can tell with an Optimus Prime that the back half is just legs. It's just legs. And this does not look like legs. This looks like a truck. Now, if you turn it over, you can see some telltale signs of a Transformer. Mostly, you can see Optimus Prime's face. Here he is, peekaboo, and you can see his arms. But that's it, everything else is pretty well hidden, and mostly that's because these are the legs and feet all kind of crammed into one place. He's not perfect, but I do like him, and it does seem that he's a pre-mold for this. Well, it's not exactly this. This is the Generation 2 Optimus Prime, the air-powered rocket launcher one. It sort of transforms the same way, where the legs become the cab of the truck. Sort of like Motormaster, but not quite. It's different, but the idea is the same, but the engineering is different. Anyways, this was sent to be my buddy Matt, who gave it to me, I believe, for like Christmas last year. I think it was. Pretty sure it was. Feels like it. Anyways, thank you, Matt. I haven't opened it yet because honestly, I don't know if I want to. This G2 packaging is super nostalgic for me. Part of me just wants to keep it in its glory in this weird clamshell package that G2 Transformers came in. Anyways, thanks. So here we have the cab. Obviously, he's got rolly wheels. Why wouldn't he? He's got some rear view mirrors that don't go anywhere. Sometimes this doesn't want to close all the way. You can see that nice big line. I feel like I'm just not doing it right, but also it just might be like that. Sometimes Transformers just be like that. And then he's got these two real big, I don't know why he needs these and these. I guess these are like reverse mirrors so you can see like past the trailer maybe. but he's got both, and maybe the real truck does too, and it makes sense. But one of these, I believe this one, kept falling off, like right out of the package, fell off. I put it back on, transformed it, fell off. So I actually had to glue it on because I couldn't deal with it constantly falling off. I don't want to lose it. So it is glued on. Yours might have the same problem. Also, another thing about this mode I don't love is that this back half it doesn't lock into place that well. So it just kind of wobbles. Which, you know, it's not that big of a deal if it's just sitting on the ground, but if you're picking it up and stuff, it does that pencil trick. You know what I'm talking about, this pencil trick thing. Anyways, it's not really the pencil trick if it's actually doing it, Mike. Doors don't open or anything, but I do love all of the detail in the grille. Let me get that up and sharp. There we go. I don't love the yellow. Is it yellow or green? Oh, some kind of tinted windshields, but I do love the lights down here. There's a lot of great detail and a lot of paint. So we have the cab is red with these white sort of snowy designs. It's meant to look, you know, holiday-y. So what's more holiday-y than an Optimus Prime covered in snow? But like, again, I said, I love this design so much. This is a really good truck design and a decent transformer. Maybe, I don't know if it's my favorite transformer, but it's a good one. But of course, it transforms. So I feel like we should transform it. First, we're gonna pop these up like this, get them out of the way. Next, we're gonna deal with these parts right here. They just kind of come off like so. We just have to kind of free up the arms. We are gonna pull out the arms from the bottom right here because pulling those parts up right here frees up the little sides like this. So that's what's keeping these on together. We're gonna pull these out like so, and you can see he's coming along, almost done. You can just really see what he looks like, right? Yeah, right. Next, what we're gonna do is pull this down just to get it out of the way. Otherwise, it's kind of in the way here. And also some things that get in the way are these front little bits. So we're going to pull them down or just separate them somehow. They just pull out, there we go. Pull out to the side like so. And eventually, I guess this whole cab part will separate on its own as you're doing all this. Next, we're gonna kind of spread these out and we're gonna take this part and move them into the side like so. And that will allow this whole part, this whole assembly, to just kind of come around and come forward like so. So the back of the leg is actually the top of the cab here. We're just gonna do the same thing on this side. Just kind of get it around like so. So his legs are all explodey, but we're gonna get them back together real fast. So first, we're gonna get the feet out from inside the cab, and that just kind of folds like this. Next, we're going to actually put this part in first, and that's gonna clip up like that. And then this is gonna actually clip over on top, and that allows this to come down, but we're going to fold this out. So it kind of becomes the knee joint, and that actually sits right in this little slot, just like so. And that's one leg done. We just do the same thing to this side. So fold this in, up like that, close that so it locks in, pull this out, close it up, so that locks in, boop, like so. And then we have the other leg also done. Now, there's some things I like about this and some things I don't like, but we'll get into it after I get everything transformed. Next, we're gonna move this crotch right into place because Optimus Prime needs a crotch plate. Don't love the color, but it is what it is. We're gonna make sure these are down because this part is actually just gonna lock up into place. And this was the back of the truck. And I actually love this part of the transformation, that this was the back of the truck. It does a great job being the back. You can see the nice little matrix of leadership, and it closes right up and pegs into those places that were the wheel guards back here. And then this part closes in to form the grill. So I like that. And you can still see it's now looking like the chest plate, and you can still see the matrix of leadership in there. So what we need to do is fix the arms and fix the back and the head. Split this like so. That's gonna come up, and this whole thing is gonna come down, and we're gonna turn that head around, okay? When we bend this down, we're gonna push in the middle, and that breaks the middle, and that folds up on itself like this and pegs right into itself. So it's gonna look something like this. But then we have one other step where this part folds down into itself, just kind of cleaning up the backpack a little bit. So the backpack is wheels, again, kind of like Motor Master, but not really. And we're mostly done with the Optimus Prime transformation. All we have left are the hands. That'll just open up and fold out. Now these arms are not the same as the Legacy Laser Prime, but they do transform the same way. How was that? Kind of fun, right? So here we have Optimus Prime, Holiday Optimus Prime in his robot mode, and I really do like it a lot. He has this Santa suit vibe. It's a mixture between all of the red on him with the white around them. Kind of gives it that fur lining kind of look that Santa Claus has. I wish he did sort of have like maybe a Santa hat, but I don't know how they could get that. But I also don't want them to ruin maybe the best Optimus Prime head mold we've had. Now we do have a white paint on the face mask there, but other than that, the shape of this, I really like how this head mold came out. He does have a decent amount of articulation, pretty standard for this point. His arms come out this way. They can turn all the way around. He has a single jointed bend at the elbow, and there's a little bit of a bicep. The hands swivel, but they don't really do anything else. They don't open or close. The head can move up and down. It can turn around. It's on a ball joint. There's a waist rotation like so. The legs are pretty crazy. The waist joint is pretty much the same as most Optimus Primes. They can go out so far. There's even an upper thigh swivel. There's a nice knee. It's a single joint, but it bends pretty well. And then there is an ankle rocker, which is important for Transformers to have, and pretty much all the new ones have had it for the most part. And then also a little hinge that goes back and forth like this. So you can get a lot of decent poses out of this Optimus Prime. And what better way to pose him with than with his candy cane ion blaster here. This is the same mold as the Earthrise Optimus Prime's blaster. It does fold in half like Earthrise Optimus' blaster, and that's about it. It's candy cane striped, so why not? It does hold right into his hand. But yeah, that's pretty much all he comes with, other than, of course, he does have the trailer. Now, there's one thing they've shown off in the trailer and even in the instructions, and that is a place where you can store this. Now, you can, it's got a 5mm peg here, so there's a lot of places that you can store it if you want to. There's a lot of spots inside here that it can clip into, no problem. But for some reason, they thought it looked good to put it right underneath here. And that's not gonna fly, Hasbro. That's not okay. There is one thing I missed on the paint apps on the trailer. There is a nice little Autobot logo with the Santa hat on it, which I love. The paint on this whole figure, the deco on this figure is fun. I do love it. And of course, just like normal Optimus Prime, this guy can become sort of a repair technician, and you can either lay this thing down or you can stand it up, and it could be something that he sort of stands in if you want to play like that. You know, me being an adult, I just sort of have mine on a shelf and I don't do things like that, but I'm not going to judge anyone if they do that. So that's fine. But let's talk about some things I don't like about the robot mode here, because I love the truck mode. The truck mode for me is the standout mode. Some things that kind of bug me about this. I don't love the crotch. Don't know why. I mean, I think it's supposed to be like the belt buckle for Santa, but I just feel like it's too much. But that's a minor complaint compared to the shins. I don't like the asymmetrical shins down here. Like if they both look like this, I'd be okay. This one has these weird little molded kind of clips down here. And at first I thought that maybe something popped off and I was missing it. And that kind of bugged me a lot. And I wish that they looked the same. Honestly, what these are the steps, I think, the molded steps to get into the truck. But you know, since the doors don't open and then you can't do anything in the cab, I would have been okay had they just ignored that part. You don't have to have it. It doesn't serve any purpose other than in the shin mode. When it's a shin, it looks awful. But the other thing I don't super love is the smokestack here, just kind of hanging out on the side of the leg. It doesn't fold up. It doesn't bend in half. It just kind of hangs out there, and I don't love that. But you can angle him. You'll find most product shots angle him towards one side, and that's his good side, and it's his good side for a reason. Of course, I wouldn't be a very good toy reviewer if I didn't open up the chest at least and show you that he does have a removable matrix, because who would Optimus Prime be if he didn't have a removable matrix? Here we have it. It goes right in there. You can see it when the chest is closed. You can obviously see it when it's open. He can't really hold it because the hands don't open, but I'd rather him come with it and not be able to open it than be able to hold it and not come with it, I guess. Is that the other option? Here it is. This is the Holiday Optimus Prime. And, for the price, this guy was, I think it was $55 after taxes. I got shipping for free because I'm a Hasbro Pulse member. So I got it for about $60. That's a little bit more expensive than a leader class toy is going for now, and this is a leader class. The original, the Kingdom Optimus Prime, which is the same as the Earthrise Optimus Prime, were all leader class. So, it was $5 more, and I believe for being a new mold and being an exclusive sort of paint deco, I think it's okay being $5 more. It's fun, and next year people are gonna be like, yo. When Christmas is coming around, they're gonna be like, where did people get these awesome Holiday Optimus Primes? And they'll be a thing of the past, and they'll be worth a lot more. That is, unless they re-release them, I guess. I don't know the future. Hasbro does weird stuff sometimes. It's really hard to predict what they'll do next. It's really hard. But that's it for my review. Let me know down in the downstairs area, what did you think of it? I love this. It's not just gonna be a holiday Optimus. This is actually going to go on my shelf at least until the repaint that it is a pre-paint for comes out, and then I'll probably replace it. But I look forward to getting a nice G2 version of this mold. I look forward to see what they do with it, because this isn't the last time we're going to see this. It's Hasbro. They're going to repaint it. It's a given, and I'm okay with it. I'm kind of here for it, but I like that I have this version. It's a nice version. So let me know down in the downstairs area, did you like it? Did you get it? Did you skip on it? I love to read and respond to those when I can. And with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for getting this far. Merry Christmas. Christmas is coming up soon. It means a lot to me that you guys are watching this, I guess. Not even I guess. If you're watching this right now, you're watching it. And that means a lot to me. So thanks for watching it. Continue to watch things, please. And that's it. I'll see you later. Bye.